algorithm, if they can't equate it to money and it blows up to 1 million views, they gotta report on that shit. They gotta sit there and say, what the hell is this going on? The media
Because
will.
they can't get no money out of the Free Larry Hoover hashtag. They can't monetize it because it's not tied to an advertising agency or a business.
Corporate number, nothing. No Bitcoin,
Right.
nothing. It's just
So
love
it's gonna
energy.
make them react. They're gonna scream. That's the goal.
Especially if the numbers are high in the millions on all the platforms. Twitter, blow it up. I'm about to do something every day. Be creative. I've been creative lately, but quiet.
Right. So start asking people from with other platforms to participate. Right. If any of them want to discuss it, I'm willing to come on their platform and discuss it and answer any questions they got, no matter how difficult they may be. Whether I like it or don't like it, I still got to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm. Well, I won't ask you about the matriarchy because you did a video yesterday. So.
Yeah. The matriarchy definitely is tied to the Free Larry Hoover movement.
We support it.
So that's why you see all these sisters are starting to catch on faster than the brothers. Right? But as long as the sisters catch on, the brothers gonna come. Because they don't want to be the ones that the sisters say, nigga, you had the opportunity to help us to free Larry Hoover and to free all of the people of the land, and you sat on your hands talking about you was woke, telling us about ships, ain't telling us nothing about how to get free. Problems require solutions, you know. But everybody want to talk about something that's not the big problem. Motherfuckers in the ship's not the problem. They ain't on the ground doing this dirt to us.
They waiting
That's
for
why
us.
I ain't worried about
it's
them.
always, everybody says it. You fucking post the memes all the time. Ain't nobody coming for us but us. Like, when is it? When are we going to be about us? For us.
Right.
Have each other's back.
Right.
Like, stop talking. This is the easiest, should be the easiest part. The easiest part. Like, the simplest part.
Big Mama told me if I don't make it easy enough for a 6-year-old to do, it's probably not going to get done.
Kids will probably understand this shit before some adults would. That's the crazy part.
They already do. I want to do a video with the little girl that would talk about the babies before they learn how to write in the light code.
Maybe you should have a little kid episode, right? That'd be hot, yo.
I call her Little Lotus.
Little. Them kids say the darndest things. You might that might be a lit live because it steal the show.
Yeah, you know, I had one on here where I was talking to some guy's son, and somebody's in the comments talking about don't be teaching his son for him, let him do it because he don't know shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the babies is the babies. I don't give a fuck if it's your baby or my baby. If it need to be taught how to keep from being oppressed and a servant and a slave, I'm gonna tell them. I don't care how light-skinned it is or how dark-skinned it is, how short he is, how tall he is.
But this is what we need to do for our youth. Ain't nobody stepping up and trying to like help them, guide them, mentor them. I ain't ready to talk shit about them or exploit them or say, look, this generation, like our parents did to us. I don't know what y'all doing. No, it's somebody dropped the ball and that's us. So we got to pick it back up.
Yeah, the ones born now is here to tear this shit down.
And most of them came knowing way more than us. So for real, I've been learning, I ain't gonna lie, learning from my roommate.
Yeah.
So I ain't even playing like I know everything. When she channels stuff, it's pure. And so when you be knowing it like, oh, whoa. So don't dismiss these children. And a lot of them, we need to hurry up and pull them out. Pull them out the matrix, the music. Like, I don't even know what's going on in New York with this new mayor talking about he want to outlaw drill music. Like, Some people making moves and they brown skin like us, and we sitting there scratching our head too. Like,
And who the fuck is this Negro?
exactly.
Look, drill music is out of Chicago, first off. Second off, Wyndham was a motherfucker in New York that has no motherfucking ties to the Chicago
He
culture.
said his
Be
son sent
speaking
it to
on the
him. He
Chicago.
heard about it and he asked his son to send him some music. And when he heard it, he said he was going. It's harmful music. It's violent, and he wants to make it difficult to profit off of it.
Right. But he ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in Chicago. He in New York. He need to worry about what's going on in New York. That's the problem with these politicians. They go look for shit to fight that doesn't have any benefit to the collective.
All they
You
don't
can fight
avalanche
music. Listen,
chases. They ride trends. That's all.
yeah, yeah. So look, you can regulate anything you want to, but the problem is how long is the people going to allow you to stop them from being creative? As soon as you start trying to stifle creativity, you're going to expose your hand as a race
They
trader.
want to profit off of creativity, though. That's plain and simple.
They want to profit. See,
They
so they
want their
bring the
part.
attention. Right. So they bring the attention to it, talking about they trying to ban drill music. That's called reverse promotion.
And first of all, most of it's coming out where and how? Social media, digital content that they can't get a hold of.
Right.
And
So
most of
now,
us, there is a way to kind of copyright your digital identity, your digital content, and they can't use that shit and profit. It's yours. The same shit
well, most of these,
happens that we've just learned in this paperwork world goes in the digital world. Stop signing up when y'all click that okay and y'all don't read that shit and you're consenting to all your fucking life and data. But some of this could be copywritten and we can start to register and be like, no niggas, y'all not taking our digital, nope, you're not taking my facial recognition TikTok, nope, 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 nope. You're not taking my
but
music.
they use a special kind of adhesion contract.
Exactly.
The contract is you gonna play by my rules or you not gonna play my
Or
game.
you can't get on my server. Correct. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's all. They gonna they take the ball and go home, but you better not do it.
Don't ever get me nowhere. Some kind of. I told you, Rod. They can keep going if they want to. In the digital world, I got something for their asses. I've been watching them create this shit right on along taking notes. How to fucking take it down. I'm not playing. So 222 gonna happen, so I ain't gotta work that hard. But if they wanna keep fucking playing games, it's war.
Hey, look, I've been ready for the war for the longest. I don't like doing brain banging. I want to be gang banging against the government,
Well,
but they
I
don't
think
want me
it's
to
time to
gang
contact the
bang.
GDs though. We need some security. We need to start forming. We need to get ready. We need to get hype for King. We need to clean up our neighborhoods so we can celebrate. So we can have something decent to come home to. Because really, some of our spots is real foul, and my little city is one of them. Stank. We gotta clean up.
And it's not gonna. It's not. Ain't none of these places gonna get no relief until we flip the
I
system back to
know
our
it's only
control.
two. We got only a couple more days, Rod. Ain't. But I'm
It's
talking about we
exactly
got
7
work to
days.
do after. We still got work to do. It ain't no time for like we got some humanitarian stuff. Like what I'm finding out, everybody's hungry, everybody's in jeopardy of not having shelter. That basic shit and water, that's basic. I'm done playing this fucking game with the whole world and these governments supposed to be pretending to take care of their people and they not.
That's because the people don't stand up for themselves no more. You remember a few minutes ago I was playing that that COINTELPRO video, and the lady said that she wanted to keep a tradition alive in her family called political activism.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't understand that when you have a government that's supposed to be of the people, for the people, and by the people, it's not up to the politicians to keep the government from going awry. It's the responsibility of the people to each one teach one, to show us what's wrong with the government and offer up the solution.
But see, we
Most of
wouldn't
the
have this
people can
issue
point to,
if, like in your point, in tribal society, when people be like tribalism not good. Tribalism was good because everybody, it was almost not the round table, but circle, and everybody heard what the
okay,
issue was
listen,
and was talking about it.
you just gave me a knock.
Ooh,
This is a master knock, a hard knock. C.L.R. James, look him up. C.L.R. James was the guy who wrote 90% of the ideology known as communism. He from, I think, Barbados, or one of the islands down there. And Leon Trotsky and Joseph Stalin, what's it, Stalin? Lenin, Vladimir Lenin,
I get them all
and Leon
confused.
Trotsky was consult him on how to run their country as a large tribe, right? This is what communism is based on. How to run mass government like a giant tribe. The problem is you got greedy warmongers at the top that's trying to institute conquest and to live high off the hog while they people suffer. But C.L.R. James' writings, when you understand them, are the fundamental principles of tribal government, which is families government. The families got to take control of their family, and the families make connections throughout our tribes. And the tribes right now, the largest tribe active on the land is called the Growth and Development Nation, where we used to call it the Gangster Disciple Nation. The second largest tribe is called the Crip Nation, and the third is called the Nation of Bloods, or the Blood Nations, the United Nation of Bloods. They all across the land. Them are the biggest three tribes on the land that nobody told you
Was a
that
tribe, right?
you you don't know. Nobody told you you have to sign up. You got to go to the church. You got to go to the mosque. You got to. We picked those tribes by going by nature. This is what the COINTELPRO was trying to interrupt. This is why everything they do is against nature. Because as long as we follow the laws of nature, we automatically come together and tribe up. We can't help it. That's who we are as a people,
Thank you.
right?
Jeez.
We naturally tribe up. You can't escape that. Once we understand what we're doing, this is called reconstituting the ancient tribes. We just gave them new names,
Mm-hmm.
right? And understanding that part, then you can understand why the
Somebody talking about the
the
prison
GD,
gangs.
even the prison gangs are
Gang.
extensions of the gangs from the
Right.
street, right? But the reason why they prison gangs is because somebody put the leaders in prison. If the leaders wasn't in prison, there would be no such thing as a prison gang. And when you in a certain environment that you can't totally control, you can only control yours, and then you can only what you call regulate
And then
what the
COINTELPRO
controller
is on the
put in the
federal
environment.
level, but your local police department has the gang task force unit that's getting intel on these gangs.
Not only that, they a gang too.
Correct. They the biggest gang.
Matter of fact, I don't know if most people don't might remember this, but the chief of police in Los Angeles did a whole press conference telling the Bloods and the Crips, I got the biggest gang in town.
They do. Because
He
not
flat
only
out
do they
said it.
have the
That mother
police, they got the
anybody
prosecutors, they got the judges. They all go to the bar and drink every weekend in certain bars. They hang out. They all friends. What the fuck?
what's that motherfucker chief Bernard something. Uh, fan. I'm a fan because I got to show that.
I hope it's fair use. Be the fair use. You need the clerk back. You have to put when you start your live. Can you put fair use up there? Educational purposes, in case of so you don't have this disruption. But I told you, look at this shit. We've been on here for a minute. I told you I found that agent, yo. I sent the picture in the inbox of who it was. We've been flowing ever since. It was 2 days watching that nigga, so I got him. So I'm sure another one will pop, but that's okay. You ain't find it yet?
I'm a fan.
It's exactly how we talk when we do in Messenger. Be like, you ain't find it yet, bro?
It didn't come up.
It'll
I
come
wanted
up.
to get the press conference. I'll find it. I'll do it on another one.
Yeah, because my
But
phone at
we,
what? Not 5%. The screen and it got dark, so that means I gotta step out.
your screen been dark the whole time you've been on here.
Yeah, it's been a shitty day. I told you my dog ate a whole bag of
I,
raisins.
I thought you did that on purpose.
No, no. I told you I don't like this phone. Anyway, yeah. So I had this shitty morning. Like literally shit was flying. I don't know how I came out his ass, but them craisins and dogs don't mix.
Oh shit.
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
that's
it's
not
right. Literally.
good.
So thank you for letting me join. And we'll check in with Christina. I will.
All right. She had time to get in, but we were so busy talking.
Oh, I thought she
I
said
ain't
she
get to
was
pull her
staying low
in.
key, and then all of a sudden she did say
Well,
she's gonna record.
I I just had pulled up the thing and seen that she was in the request.
Damn it, Rod.
But we get her in on another one. I'm gonna probably do a card read with her.
Ooh. Well, I'll probably catch you in later. Nice
Okay.
talking with y'all. All right, y'all.
All right. So we got the brother. Christina, I'm gonna get you on the next one. We're gonna do something together. I'm gonna talk to you in the background. Dre the actor got something he wanna tell us, so I'm gonna let him in.
Self-esteem was destroyed, and once it was sufficiently destroyed, the rape began. I'm not getting into the details of that shit. I'm trying to tell y'all exactly who is behind all of the dirt, exactly what they doing. So if you look up John Hanson, you'll find he was a dark-skinned Moor. If you look in the DC, you'll see the original Constitution, and the words are brown. They not black, they not blue, they brown. The reason they brown because it was a blood oath, it was a blood contract. The Constitution of the United States is a corporate instrument with mystic powers attached to it through sorcery that they told you not to use. Now, no matter what the fuck they was doing, at the end of the contract, July 4th, 2019, is your chance to get your shit back. When I say get your shit back, I'm talking about your motherfucking mind. Fuck this material shit. All this material shit, all this nationalism is written. This is why Morocco becomes a focus of the agenda for an indigenous person on this side of the water. King Mohammed VI, I think is his name, is the current reigning imposter of Morocco. And then you have, I don't know, the saws is so deep, there's so many of them, and since their king died, I ain't been able to keep up which crown prince was holding the power. I'm talking to them motherfuckers right now. I'm not really talking to the motherfuckers that normally watch. See, I sent a friend request to the king of Morocco, and he accepted it about a little over an hour ago. So hopefully that motherfucker watching, because I'm gonna tell the king of Morocco, you imposter, you Tony Moore, and I'm gonna tell that motherfucker over there, Crown Prince Saudi Arabia, King, whatever the fuck he is this week, bring me my shit before this motherfucker melt under your feet. In the flames of hell, in the hand of the great mother, reach from under there and snatch your ass to the dismal abyss, you rotten motherfuckers. Now back to these people over here. Got to tell y'all what's going on. They got my message, in case you don't think they got it. They got that message. It's over there already. They already discussing what I just said. They know who the fuck I am, but you don't. They know where the fuck I am, but you don't. They know what they got to do, but you don't. They know what you got to do, but you don't. You a hostage on your own motherfucking, in your own mind. Fuck the land. Fuck the gold. Fuck the oil. Fuck the money. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It's about this shit up here, this shit in here. That's all it's about. The melanin. Them motherfuckers got that shit. Some of them motherfuckers blue-black, but they some rotten motherfuckers. If you don't know who Tipper Tibb is, look him up. He's a blackamoor and the most notorious slave trader in the history of the world. So when these pale-skinned people tell you your people sold you out, them not your motherfucking people, but they look like it. For a person from a foreign land, they couldn't tell the difference. They came over here before Columbus. How the fuck you think Columbus knew where the fuck to go? He had a nigga, Pietro del Negro, who was a Portuguese blackamoor, a navigator, the one who read the land and the sky in order to determine which route to take. Stop falling for their bullshit. They want the Civil War. They don't care if it's a race war. The race war, it don't matter what kind of civil war it is. The resolution to the war is the same. Another contract. Fuck their contract, turn their toilet paper and wipe their ass with that shit. The contracts and the blood oaths is what got you in this shit. So the blood oath is the way out. Now, who in the fuck is Chauvin? Well, if you look up chauvinism and you know what a male chauvinist pig is, now you're on the right trail. Because when you follow him back to France, the Francos invasion by the blackamoors when they were the conquistadors of Spain. The conquering two doors in English is what that says. Conquistador is the two doors who conquers. And what do they use? Your nature. They're not going to use nothing that's not natural to you to oppress you. If you don't know what that means, you're going to use your emotions first. Because when you're in an emotional state, you stop thinking. Period. You think you're thinking, but you're not thinking no more. You all wired up. You got your strategy, but you ain't got no end game. You all pumped up to go protest, rebel, insurrection, and all that shit, but you don't got no game plan. You don't got nobody in no positions of power with no game plan. All of these so-called black leaders throw bottles at them niggas because they what you call corrallers. They slave traders and slave catchers. They police. Now, the word police is a two-part word. It's pole and ice. The ice pole is the North Pole. It's an Iceman inheritance on psychology. If you don't know what that is, it's a whole entire book dedicated to the Iceman inheritance. And then there's a part in there that's dedicated to his psychological development in the Iceman condition. There's another book called African Presence in Early Asia. And I think it was Richard King Richard King wrote the one on the albinism. Look, that was not a Caucasian, a European in the traditional sense of the word. He was a mulatto. He was a tawny Moor. I'm going to say that a couple more times. The dude that killed that nigga, they was brothers in a sense that they was here for the same agenda. The ones who they represent, the one with the knee on his neck, who lose the life, he got to breathe out the breath of life in a ceremonial purpose. Why is there a knee on his neck? It's not just a knee on his neck. What y'all never notice is the left hand in the pocket. That's the concealing of the mother line in Masonic lingo. He just told them, I'm going to put my left knee on this nigga neck to kill the mother line. That's the matriarchal return they trying to stop. Y'all can keep falling for the okie doke. That's cool with me. I'm good with it. I'm going to sit here and watch this shitstorm play out and just hope you motherfuckers ain't dumb enough to sign another contract, get another driver's license, or go get any of their contracts that tie you back in, because what you do is resurrect a dead contract when you do that. Look up contract resurrected and you'll know what I'm talking about. If a contract is expired and one of the parties, normally the one who is what they call the sign-on, the one that signed on is called the signee of the contract. He's not the one that the initiator of the contract. He's the controller of the contract. The controller presents the contract to the signee, and the signee signs it. So now the contract is up. They just here trying to trick you in the Civil War so they can come back in and solve the problem with another fucking contract. Right? The police has never in the history of policemen been what they told you they was. That's not their fucking job. It don't got nothing to do with serving, protecting you. Their job is to serve and to protect, but not people. Systems. Systems of control and dominance. And so if y'all don't see that, there's nobody that can help you see it. Your emotions is their steering wheel, especially the women. Why? Women get emotional faster than men. Women get emotional faster than men because they're more powerful in that regard. They're easier to stir. But when they get stirred up and they have this rogue ass idea, wrong as fuck in their head, tied to that emotion, they gonna run with that shit off a cliff like all of the buffalo. So they play on the emotions of the women. Fuck that shit. Don't fall for it. But many of y'all gonna fall for it anyway. Even if you hear me tell you don't fall for it, you're gonna be angry. You're gonna be up in arms and screaming for vengeance, never knowing that all you had to do was fall back and they have to go. Fall back and the imposter has to leave. But y'all don't get that part. I told y'all months and months ago, I say if y'all stay out the way, the ones they call white people gonna fight this motherfucking shit for you because they sick of this shit too and they know who behind it. You don't have to know who behind it. I'm telling you who behind it. The contract is the Constitution of the United States of America. That's not us. We are the Iroquois Confederation of Nations. Who you think they was fighting when it was the British against the Confederate Army? Who in the fuck is the Confederates? Where's their Constitution? It's called the Iroquois Constitution of the Confederated Nations. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you already lost the game. You need to get the fuck out the street quick because you really don't know what's going on. Now, the Iroquois Constitution is our shit. That's us. The United States Constitution is corporate. It's part of the treaty agreement. It's Halliburton being called into Afghanistan to clean that shit up after the fact. But all they doing is sucking the oil money out, so you shut the oil down. Now they can't make no money. Now they can't make no money off oil. Now what else they want me to shut down? What shut down next? Ain't no mining going on right now. Ain't no mining going on. Digging for what? stop raping the earth. If we stop them motherfuckers from raping the earth, they'll stop raping the babies and the women. But you ain't getting that part. They raping you mentally right now with this fake ass motherfucking stage show. I'm not saying he didn't die, but it's a possibility he didn't. Because if you really look at it and examine the picture a little closer, I'm not going to get into that. Homeland Security is called ICE. Homeland Security is called ICE. When you're looking at those pictures, it is convenient that only ICE is visible where the plate says police. It's conveniently visible that his left hand is in his pocket to conceal the motherland or kill the motherland. It's convenient that his left knee, Ahab, got chopped off at the knee. It's on this dude's neck. Y'all don't see none of this shit. But I'm delusional because I'm going to keep fighting these motherfuckers on a higher level than you can visually see, a deeper level than you can physically feel, on a stronger level than you can ever muster. I'm going to meet these motherfuckers on the level that's going to terrify their souls. I'm meeting them with a bag of fucking bones. Understand me? With a fucking chicken flapping around with no head in my left hand. And a big ass motherfucking machete in my right. The Baron has come back. And these motherfuckers really don't want JD's revenge to take place. JD Walker is for no motherfucking games. And they already know this. Now, they out here, they got y'all in the street because their blood supply ran dry. You see? The ones that look like this, that drink that shit, they get darker. They absorb more UV rays. Their intelligence increase exponentially every time they drink that shit. They absorb the memories of the family line that they just drunk the blood from. So now they know who every fucking body is, and you don't know shit. They don't need no computers. They don't need no cell phones. They don't need none of that shit. They can use a pencil and they can use a stick in the sand. Look at the stars. Look at the position of the stars in relation to the earth. Monitor the season. Know the zodiac sign that it's under and tell you who every motherfucker is. And y'all think that shit is some made up shit. A motherfucker can't tell. That tarot shit ain't. These motherfuckers is tap dancing all around your ass. That's what they doing. They tap dancing all around you. You being led to the slaughter. You're not watching the long game. You watch the short game. I watched the protracted struggle. The whole drawn out equation is a protracted struggle. You only focus on the now and the instant event. You forgot, you got amnesia of history and you blinded to the future. That means you are not connected to your ancestors and you have no ambitions for your seed. I mean, shit. Some of y'all want to leave. Bye.